This is the Mantua Mikado that was built from a kit in the early 60s. It's not in too bad condition in that it doesn't have any zinc pest, but there was a certain amount of corrosion on it. You can see here there's quite a bit of surface corrosion. Back here there's some more corrosion. And this is the cab end, and there's some corrosion. There's some flaws in the Zymac. It looks ripply. This is after I did some stripping. Not all the paint's off it, but I did some more stripping to get all of it, all of the rest of it off. This is the worst part right here. Now this shows some separation of the Zymac and the problems with flash that was never removed. I've done some scraping of the corrosion off on some of these areas, so it actually was worse than what you see in the slides here. That's a broken off pilot. That's another Zymac casting. That was replaced with a plastic piece that I was lucky enough to find online. Except for having the pilot broken off, it's in good condition. This is a cab. The screw boss was broken, so I made a stupid attempt to glue the thing on. Turns out that's not a problem because it's hidden when it's put in. There's the valve gear on the left side. There was some mistakes in the riveting, and there's paint, and it's pretty messed up. I was lucky enough to find some used valve gear that was in fairly good condition. This is a tender before being stripped. One of the trucks had been stripped. That's stripped out pretty good. Front of the tender's really bad. Got a lot of corrosion on it. The back of the tender, the ladder's all screwed up. And again, there's a lot of corrosion. No grab irons or detail like that. This is the underneath. There's no floor in this thing. That's the coupler end. That's not in such great shape either. This is also missing the springs for the front pilot truck, and the rear pilot truck and the front pilot truck were both in fairly worn condition. I was able to replace the badly worn truck with a piece that I was able to get on the internet. They came complete with springs. Now it's all put together and works just fine, but it wouldn't stay on the track without those springs, of course. I was going to super detail this thing, but since it is not very accurate in terms of being an actual model of a Mikado, I decided that I'd just clean it up, get it running mechanically acceptably, paint it and decal it, perhaps install a headlight in it, and then call it a day on this model. Not worth really putting a lot of effort or money into detail parts in this thing, so we're just gonna make it look sort of presentable and leave it at that. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more adventures in restoring these old trains. So, we'll get on with the restoration of this thing and see how it goes. Bye for now.